Holy shit, there's 194 people here. Oh my god. Hey, holy shit, I gotta add myself to the stream here. What the hell's going on here, people? What? How do I start this thing? What the hell is this? Hide it. What's up, people? Welcome to the service, everybody. 212 people in the congregation. Wow. Listen, we're gonna talk about what's in the banner. I just realized as I was coming on, I was like, a bunch of these people probably think that Steven's gonna be here. Let me turn that music off. That's goddamn annoying. Just stop it, would you? I'm talking to the community here. Listen, we are going to talk about Logan Paul analysis of a sinner. That's going to be our opening topic. Okay? And then the second topic is going to be I did a clip so spicy that it got removed. It got canceled. I basically got local canceled. No, there's a call and everything. Like people called and they said this is too much offensiveness and I will make a complaint, and people in the community had to call and be like, please, Amish, take it down. It's an old school cancel. I got an old school cancel on Boss Wahhab's Immigrant Section podcast. So there's a clip controversy there. And then I just think about it. Sam Cedar got ripped by Brandon Joy Gray. It's a lot of spicy stuff. But no, this is going to be our main thing today. So don't say the thumbnail was incorrect. Don't say the thumbnail was incorrect, okay? The thumbnail is correct. That's what we're talking about, okay? So let's get into it. Let's get into our first topic. Actually, let me read a couple of these. I just read DJ Chuck Knuckles, is Amisha virgin? No. I fuck. I mean, I do okay. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm banging like crazy. I did take a meeting with this online dating coach pickup artist guy. Like he's like an online coach. And he just coaches you on your Tinder. Because I've never had much success with Tinder. And he told me why. I just did the free call. I didn't pay. Don't say Mish paid the fucking pickup guys. Okay? And don't say I trolled you on the thumbnail. The thumbnail is correct. We are going to be talking about that. Look, it's all ready to go. It's all ready to go, baby. But yeah, I did take a call with the guy, and he looked at my Tinder and he's like, it's shit, but I can fix you. And he's like, $2,000. We get on a call twice a week. I check your messages. I check the thing. You're fucking, dude. That's it. And that's it. I hold your hand. I was like, you know what? If I had a job, I'd do that shit. Canadian $5. More Money says, grab a coffee on me, man. Thanks, More Money. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. More Money is actually a comedy producer in Toronto too, but he has a pretty banger YouTube channel about finance called More Money. But his last name is Moore. Very good, dude. Very good, dude. I like that. You know, someone in my family's talking to me about buying a storage unit, and I want to start calling myself the Storage King and just run this storage unit business. Because I'm brown and I got to do a business, dude. It's like I just got to do it. I got to do some business on it. I mean, this is kind of a business, but I got to do business. I like that. More money. It's kind of like when, it's kind of like the real estate agents. They're like, call Satish and it will be capiche. And he thinks that means I sold the house or something. I remember there was a guy named Punch Sokalingam. His name is Punch Sokalingam. And he's like, I'll get you a price that'll knock you out. But his name was, yeah. Listen, man, More Money. Check it out. Great YouTube show. Appreciate the $5. Let's get into our first. Okay, let me read a couple more. Oh, Valmik says, great drip on the drip, Amish. Thanks, baby. Love you. Valmik, love you. Oh, I didn't even show More Money. Look at me. What am I doing? More Money. Yeah, that's More Money, man. He used to produce shows in the West End in Toronto. Yeah, More Money. Are you doing shows still? Holler at your boy, man. I'm actually producing a couple of shows this year. Yeah, I'm getting more aggressive in the stand-up. I did a couple of stand-up shows. Woo! I felt alive. And great drip on the drip, Amish. Thanks, baby. Love you. Abji, Logan Phil. Yeah, we're going to do it. Abji, what's up? Thanks for coming. Yi Ling Pang. Oh my God, Punch, the Toronto realtor. Yeah, Yi Ling. You know the guy? He's in Scarborough. He's on the buses. It says Punch Sokalingam. I'll knock him out. My prices will knock you out. Let's find Punch Sokalingam, and then we're going to get it right into Logan Paul. Yeah, Punch Sokalingam. Yo. You can't fuck with this dude, man. Should I not be swearing? Punch Sokalingam. God is great. Look at that. Selling houses, listing, my commission, 1%. Yo, call this guy. Okay, it doesn't say. Can you guys see this? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me make it bigger. Look at that. Look at that, baby. That's Punchlock Lingam. A real deal. I tell no lies here, people. I tell no lies. I tell the truth, and God is great. Tyler Wong, is coffee okay? Okay, I talked to him last week. I talked to Steven last week about this Logan Paul thing. Not last week, like 2 days ago, we got on the phone and we just talked. And I was just like, what a sinner, dude. No, but then when Logan Paul put out the video, I did text him and I'm like, bro, I was worried. Tyler, I was also like, is he okay? So I texted it to him, but I don't think the text I sent, it might sound like I was making fun of him because I texted Steven. I'm like, yo, did you see this? Like 20 minutes after the Logan Paul video went up, I texted it to Steven. I'm like, have you seen this? And I was like, what a sinner. And then I put, did you have plans tonight? Because I guess you're doing this now. That's kind of what I told him because I thought he would just come out with a video, but it looks like he's waiting. So I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I'm worried about it too, man. Tyler, good call. I don't know. Honestly, Logan Paul is so confident and so cocky that you just believe him. You're just like, oh my God, he's going to sue Steven. Oh God. Steven, what are you going to do, Steven? You're going to get sued by Logan Paul. This guy's like 23 million. In my head, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be hell for Steven. Because in the past, suing talk was always scary to him. Like he always takes suing talk seriously. Steven, I'm talking about. He always takes it seriously. He's never like, oh, sue me. Yeah, okay, cool. But this time, it sounds like Logan is so dumb that the word on the street, even legal YouTube right now is saying, Logan Paul, you fucked up. You have no case. It's just so obvious that he's a liar, dude. It's so obvious that he's a sinner. I'm sorry, but I said it. I said it, and I'll say it again. Woo! I'm getting hot. I get hot talking about these sinners. He gets the people riled up. I'll tell you that. He does get the people riled up. You can't say he doesn't do that. 23.6 million. And oh, by the way, this time I got the dislike. Last time Steven was on, we were looking at a video from another one of his haters, and I had the video liked. And he's like, come on, man. Yeah, I was tech lead. I did like it in a silly way, but this one I was like, I don't want it to look like whatever, and I didn't subscribe. But it does piss me off that my nephew buys the idiots drinks. Can you believe this? He's got the kids on lock. My nephew loves this dumbass. He wants to buy these $9 juices that the guy makes with KSI. By the way, KSI, you need to drop them. Who else in the comments says KSI? Drop them. Put in the comments if you agree with me. Hashtag KSI. Better drop them. Let's see. Let's get that trending in the goddamn community. Let's start the video. Oh, one thing I did want to say. I do have notes on this. One thing I did want to say is that Logan Paul, off the top, I just want to say before we start the video, I just want to say all of his arguments. Watch when you listen to him. Watch, you'll notice that every single one of his dumb arguments is not about. It's just like it's legal. That's it. He's completely leaving out. I'm talking about Logan Paul. He's completely leaving out whether or not it's righteous. Like this whole video, he's only defending himself as like, I didn't do anything illegal. Everything's legal. He doesn't say, I love my fans and I will deliver a great thing to them. There's no righteousness in him. It's a big issue in the culture, but let's get it started.
It's a 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam. CoffeeZilla. I watched your 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam. And like many on this platform, you have successfully used my name for views and money.
This is the oldest bullshit in the book. Oh, you're just using me for clicks and money. These guys act like it's $1 million business to call out scams on the internet. Nobody likes you for calling out scams. Okay? You know how many people in my own family, I can't bring up MLMs in front of them because they're like, no, you know what, Amish? They do work. I know someone who's selling cream and it was good. And it's like, you don't know what I've seen. You don't know the insides. That's what these guys are banking on. But let's continue it.
While your work used to be impartial, your addiction to clicks has clouded your judgment. You've made.
It's so scary with these goddamn sinners and these thieves. The fact that they're able to do a scam means that they're also able to, like, when you call them out, just like Trump, this classic Trump move. You call him out and he goes, actually, no, you're a thief and you're a child molester. Gotcha. Dude, that's literally like they don't care. They'll do anything. They'll be like, because I remember there was one scammer that was like, CoffeeZilla assaulted someone. Gotcha. I got the proof, I got the evidence, and it's all just made up evidence. This is crazy.
Very real errors with very real repercussions.
False.
Coffee, you took a shot at my reputation. So in this video today, I'm going to be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph from an investigator to a gossip channel. You see, CoffeeZilla.
No. All falsehoods. Every comment was a falsehood. Actually, CoffeeZilla's fame is growing with his righteousness. His fame is all deserved fame. I mean, I hate to look, fuck him too. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not saying fuck him, but like I don't want to sound like I'm kissing the guy's ass. But I've always said this, that he does have a true sense of righteousness. And because the righteousness is there, the channel is growing naturally. And it really shows you the difference between, I would actually say Steven's on the up and this guy's on the down because he keeps doing the scam on his own fans. And his own fans don't like it, by the way. The backlash from his own fans is pretty bad right now. And we'll get into some of that after the video, but let's continue.
Zilla tried to work with law enforcement in the past, but his work was described as not anchored to truth and often speculative. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance. But as opposed to just telling you, I'm going to show you some of the core discrepancies that I caught in CoffeeZilla's investigation. Coffee, you interviewed the developer who stole the game code, fled to Switzerland, and held it hostage for $1 million. Well, his name...
Okay, so these are the dumbest arguments because now he goes into all the business partners, but they're all a bunch of scumbags too. Sorry, I do have to go back. I missed some of that.
As you continue to more.
I was reading comments. Let's watch it together. Actually, there is someone in the comments I want to read real quick. There said, I have seen Jarvis. So Jordan Richardson says, I have seen Jarvis Johnson's reaction and now Amisha's. Still haven't watched the actual Logan Paul video. Well, Jordan, we're going to do 2 birds in 1 stone right now, right? Because we got to do these karmas and we got to get the work done, right? So let's watch it together and then I'll be done and you'll be done. Let's go.
Or from an investigator to a gossip channel. You see, CoffeeZilla tried to work with law enforcement in the past, but his work was described as not anchored to truth and often...
This is lies. Back it up, dude. He just says this. Where's this not anchored to truth? He's putting it in quotes. Who said it? Can I get a quote? Can you put like Chicago Tribune? You know, who said this? Because... you know what? I got to give Logan Paul the chance here and just not, what is it? Not, okay, often speculative. I'm just going to put in CoffeeZilla, often speculative. Let's see if something comes up. Logan Paul. No, it's nothing. I don't see anything.
Speculative. He is a lopsided journalist with...
You know, these personal insults... This is called ad hominems, right? This is very important, right? That we have to stop for the ad hominems. Now, I don't know if Steven put any distorted pictures of Logan Paul in his video. If he did, then it's fair game. God is great. If he did, fine, fair enough. But so far, he's put 3 pictures of Steven, just like fucked up his face. And it's an ad hominem, right? Like, let's not do the personal insults. I got to go back and watch Steven's again. I have seen his, but I feel like Steven has like an ethical thing to him where he doesn't do this. Let the scam, you know, the guy scams kids. So let that be the main thing. We don't need to twist up his face. That's kind of how I feel about it. But I honestly don't know. Can anyone tell me in the comments, did Steven do that? I don't know. I honestly stopped watching his videos after like 6 or like after we stopped doing the thing, I stopped watching his videos. And then I started watching them again like last week. It's so good. This is a banger one. This is amazing.
An agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance. But
you know, this YouTube is a community. Why do the unnecessary insult out to Keemstar? Why is Keemstar such a scumbag and you're the king, you're the prince? Who is this guy think he is? You already videotaped a dead guy in a Japanese forest. Let's go back to that. Then you did Dink Doink. Then I feel like he was doing some kid scams. Then you're selling $9 juice to kids and telling them that it's healthy, and you're using KSI, by the way. By the way, hashtag KSI, drop him now. Hashtag KSI drop Logan now. That's the hashtag. We got to get it. Let's get it trending, people. You got to drop. KSI is too righteous to be working with him. Let's continue it.
As opposed to just telling you, I'm going to show you some of the core discrepancies that I caught in CoffeeZilla's investigation. Coffee, you interviewed the developer who stole the game code, fled to Switzerland, and held it hostage for $1 million. Well, his name is Zach Kelling. Surely, as the internet detective that you proclaim to be, you would know that he spent time in prison for multiple felonies, one for aggravated robbery.
You hired him, right? This is really annoying. I don't like this Logan Paul. So Trump. Like, these arguments don't even make sense. You hired this guy.
Armed robbery at a liquor store, and the other for, surprise, obstructing the legal process.
Surprise. Thanks for telling me. They got me too. What can I do? It is like Sam Bankman-Fried when they're like, were you recirculating the funds back into a thing? Wasn't like $10 billion recirculated back into the SBF account? And then SBF just goes, well, yes, it was, but I hired a guy who was in charge of the financial department, and he did it, and, I'd rather than that. Yeah, I hired a guy who was in charge of finances, and the finance team let that slip, and they did it. And did I know they did it? Not really, but yeah, I kind of did. And I knew they did it. Maybe I told them to do it, and then they did it. But, what can I do? They did it. My finance team they transferred the money over. That's kind of what this is, where he's just like, hey, man, they got me too. This is a classic scam maneuver. You just blame, man, because someone who's willing to scam is going to throw people under the bus.
I can see why you kept him anonymous.
Who will be calling
you? Why insult him for being from jail, though? That's not, that's nothing to bring up here. Actually, I would say CoffeeZilla is more righteous. Like, maybe this guy's trying to turn his life around. Maybe he had awakening in jail and he came out and he said, I want to work on a business. I want to work on maybe a crypto startup or some kind of business. I want to get out there and not, end my life of crime. And who does he go to? Logan Paul. First guy he goes to. Let's continue it.
Z here.
I guess among many things, it doesn't surprise me that he lied about having 30 engineers and a $50,000 a week burn rate.
On my end, I have 30 engineers. I'm burning $50,000 a week.
Which, side note, is how this delusionist landed on the $1 million code ransom, but it turns out he only had...
This is the dumbest shit. What's this picture? This picture's not proof. Who's in this picture? What is this picture? He uses this as like definitive proof. See that? Gotcha. He said there's 30 engineers, and here's a picture with only 2 engineers. Is this guy an engineer? Is he really doing it? And then it just says the name is with Solmondori Nakamoto and Eric Manganaro at Bitcoin Center NYC in the zoo. Yeah, but that other guy's not even here.
Had 3 engineers.
I mean, what do you guys think? Is this real? Because this is an easy Photoshopper, right? Tell me in the comments. This is an easy Photoshopper. Am I right? Seems legit to me. Neo Granson, you have respect. How's the sound, by the way? Is the sound okay, or am I peaking? Tell me if I'm peaking, okay, y'all? Tell me if I'm peaking. Let's continue it. Oh, shit. No, I can't do it from here.
Engineers. Wouldn't someone with journalistic integrity know their credible source had not only an agenda, but a fondness for orange jumpsuits?
You hired him. Didn't you know that?
Or did you just hear what you wanted to hear and moved on? Because even if you're lying to yourself, Steven, you still have to believe it. And I know what you're thinking. What type of idiot would work with an unsavory individual like Zach Kelling?
Wow, that's it. That's this guy. You know what pisses me off about this the most is that he did it like it was a John Oliver. Like the way he shot it and the way he's writing the stupid jokes and the way he's doing the little cuts and the sound effects. It's like a John Oliver. But John Oliver says righteous things. I mean, it's like his CoffeeZilla, I guess, but it's not as good as a CoffeeZilla because CoffeeZilla is doing the full studio, all this shit. But it is very John Oliver shot. Like that kind of news desky. Maybe he's standing and it's like a little cut closer, but that just shows his ego. If his team probably said, let's get a desk, looks very, professional, looks very like, you deserve to be heard or whatever. And then from the desk, but he said, no, I want my face, big face. And then the one self-deprecating joke is like, yeah, wonder what other idiot fell for this guy. Oh, you got me too.
I guess that's what I get for trusting the team that I relied on to vet and manage Eddie's hiring process.
Oh, now he's going to blame other people. This is the worst, these psychos. They can't just take a little, like, they... It does remind me, actually. Someone was just asking me if I could do an interview with that guy, Charlie Cox. Is it Charlie Cox? He had done time in jail. And I remember the last time I did the interview with him, I was just like, why'd you, like, I was telling, like, he did like a life of crime. Like, he robbed like 14, no, he stole like millions of dollars through like a mortgage scam, whatever, right? And he just kept going further and further with it. And I'm like, well, why'd you do this? And he goes, well, I mean, my manager was telling me to do it. I'm like, okay, but why'd you listen to her? She's my manager. I got to listen to her. It's my job. Okay, but like, you don't think for yourself? You don't wonder, like, does it make sense? Yeah, well, I was wondering that at some point, but then once you're in it, dude, then you stop, you get arrested the next day, so you got to keep going. Like, it's just like, just any way of saying, well, no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Who has turned out to be a professional con man that I have since learned fooled billionaires, the Mormon Church, the owner of the New York Yankees, and now me. And
this is the worst thing because, like, okay, like I said, this is like a John Oliver, like one of those things. And they're just writing the right amount of jokes, right? Like, there's nothing substantive. They just have to make up arguments because they're all just meaningless arguments. But this argument, like this add-on joke, not only, Logan Paul, are you stealing people's money through this crypto scam, but this joke is directly stolen from the video that's calling you out. This is offensive now 2 levels. As a comedy writer, as a writer, and then also as like just for society, for scamming, on the Bitcoin, that's offensive too. But this is like, no, he called you out, and in his call out video, he does this joke. Why are you repeating this? Why are you like he says that in his video? This really crosses a line for me. It really hurts me. Can I just read a couple? I know we're only 2 minutes in, but let me just read a couple of these. Let me see this. No, it's a complete copy of the Andrew Schultz monologues at the Drip. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, sure. Sounds like it. The case of Eddie Ibanez is incredible. Dude, Eddie Ibanez is a legit pathological error. Like that Republican senator that just makes up stories. Is he a Republican senator or congressman? Who's that guy? Oh my God. I saw a couple of good clips on him. What is with the man? I know some pathological liars, man. And honestly, we have to have mercy. They just can't help it. They just can't help it. Like, I know some girls who married guys, and I know some guys who married girls who were pathological liars and just stole a bunch of people's money in the family group. Like, nothing big, just like, hey, Jimmy said that we could borrow $300 off you. Yeah, because because he actually needs it, and he just told me to come grab it from you, and then just give it to you. Yeah, like, I'll just drive you to the bank machine. Dude, I swear to God, they make up a story, and it's for like $250, $300 at a time. Nothing crazy. They try to go for like a couple of thousand sometimes, and then they disappear. It's a big issue, man. Not George Santos. Is it George Santos? Maybe. It is. He does have the Latino color. Andres R. No, not the Latino. Like, what is it? He has that South American, the look. Andres R. Hired all this scumbags and get no responsibility. I know, right? Amish, how you been? It's been a while since you streamed. You know what? I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like to give it a little bit of. This is the Drip, Rip and Dip. We turn on. We talk shit. You guys can call in if you want to. You guys want to call in a minute? And then I got to go to Panama in the morning. So we're gonna do a quick. I do have 2 more topics, but I think this is the hot shit. Let's keep going.
And surely you knew Emilio, the gentleman who supposedly let his child invest in a crypto.
Let his child. Who is this now thinking he is Mr. Righteousness? It's honestly, it really pisses me off. Guys, tell me if my sound is okay. Am I peaking? Okay, wait, I got to check real quick. Comments. Am I peaking on the sound, or is the sound just banger ass tight? What's going on in Panama? Coke deals? No. If anything, I'm going to go to Panama. I'm not going to smoke weed. I'm not going to drink while I'm there. And I don't even drink coffee when I'm there. It actually cleans you up. Lucky you, fleeing Toronto weather. Yeah, true. Yi Ling Pan. Yes, you are a Toronto resident. I could tell, but because you knew who Punch Sakalingam was, right? You here? No one. Sounds good. Okay, go. Yeah, just tell me if I'm peaking, okay? Hey, love you. Hey, I love you guys. Okay, let me put on the little. Let me put on the ticker. Let me put on that ticker. No, we don't have a ticker. Let's keep it going. Love you.
Cryptocurrency was allegedly responsible for 2 rug pulls before you interviewed him. So I
Come on, dude. You're doing rug pulls, and you're gonna call out this one guy for doing rug pulls. Oh, by the way, he doesn't mention the other people that the guy interviewed, that CoffeeZilla interviewed. He only mentions this guy. So, is it true? I mean, I don't put it. Who knows? Because this is all easily fakeable. But even if he is, sometimes I do feel like this whole crypto thing, though. Y'all are thick as thieves, aren't you? Y'all are being some greedy little pigs, right? If it's too good to be true, let's not buy it then, right? Let's not try to get easy. I know it's a tough economy. I know it's tough, but let's not go for the easy get rich quick. And then, oh my God, oh no, I got scammed. It does feel a little bit like that. And it's so annoying because it's like you're giving them the money. And look, I love these people because, and that's why I'm passionate, because my family's, man, my family, they could watch this and be on Logan Paul's side. I know so many people that could watch this and be like, well, he defended himself. He made the points. It's like, dude, just cool it. I saw on some other people's channels, yo, how come I can't see? I heard it's like 250, 300,000 downvotes for 79,000. So he must know that the whole community talking, okay? Whole community talking.
Either you missed that or you knew it and failed to let the public know. Why? Because it was a clear sign that he was also untrustworthy. You seemed pretty excited when the guy told you that he couldn't hatch the eggs.
Wait, you can't even hatch?
No, I'm telling you, it's just a picture.
You're kidding. You can't hatch?
You're kidding. You can't hatch?
You can't hatch?
Yeah, 1 second of research would prove that to be false, as you
This is also false. I already saw a great YouTuber today, already did a reaction on this. Already did the reaction. Who's this guy? The guy from England did it. Oh my God, there's so many now. I can't even find it. Cabos did a good response on it. Let's see it. Caught lying. And he basically, let's see this. Hold on. We're going to do a side. We got to do a side. We got to do an aside here, people. Proof Logan Paul lied. Let's see this. And shout out to Cabos. Great channel. Love it. I am subscribed and I did like it. God is great. Let's see some of this because he debunks this.
Zilla's response to Logan Paul, which again makes Logan Paul look like an idiot. But first, let's have a look at the response. At the moment, using a Chrome plugin, I can see the dislike. Logan Paul's video has 71,000 likes, more than I probably would have thought, but has 205,000 dislikes. Well over double. The public reception has not...
Like I said, whole community talking. Whole community talking.
Gone in Logan's favor at all. When he attacks credibility instead of the argument, that's how you know he's guilty. Truly the definition of no honor among thieves. Can you imagine threatening someone after scamming a bunch of investors? You have to give Logan credit for one thing. He is great at advertising CoffeeZilla's Patreon. So reaching out through Logan's management is not the way to reach out to Logan. Got it. Makes perfect sense. No lawyer on earth would advise their client to make a public video like this. Never knew a continuous lapse of judgment could last this long. My favorite part, only thing that stood out was Logan Paul accused...
This is also the part where he lies.
I'm telling you, it's just a picture.
You're kidding. You can't hatch?
We'll do our own comments. We shouldn't do Cabos' comments. Guys, out of respect, I don't want to do Cabos' comments. Because, I don't know what the YouTube code is. Because he might see that and say, hey, man, do your own comments. Right? Then we're no better than Logan Paul. So let's keep it going.
Hatch?
You're kidding. You can't hatch?
You can't hatch?
Yeah, 1 second of research would prove that to be false, as you can definitely hatch eggs and even breed your animals.
Come on, dude. That's hatching? You're Logan Paul. 23 million subs. That's hatching. Is that hatching?
Click on that. Oh, we got a duck.
He also said CoffeeZilla was hiding behind text he added in his video.
And as you pointed out in your fine print, cross-hatching was available on ETH at one point, but you perpetuated the opposite as truth with your chest out.
So, Logan, you call...
With your chest out? See, this is the problem. He's basically like a fighter. He's a goon, man. He's a goon and he's a thug and he needs to be stopped.
CoffeeZilla out for this as if it was a big point and CoffeeZilla got it wrong. Wait, what is that in that clip? What is that? A text in your video? Like what you said CoffeeZilla was hiding behind. What does it say? Oh, it says that hatching and breeding on Binance Smart Chain, previously functional, but currently disabled on Ethereum. That was exactly what CoffeeZilla fucking reported.
I kept talking to people and I discovered something. Because remember I told you you could buy eggs with those zoo coins? Well, apparently they also made it so you could buy them with Ethereum. And on the day of selling, about half of these purchases took place with Ethereum. Only it turns out for the people who spent ETH, not only did the yield part of it not work.
Wow, they call it ETH.
Did the NFTs not pay you? You also couldn't even hatch them.
So I acquired a bunch of eggs, and I actually want to play the game. I didn't acquire the eggs with the intent of keeping them. I actually wanted to hatch them and see what I got out of them and play in this ecosystem that's been advertised or whatever, right?
Sorry. Let's go back to the video. We're 2 minutes 35. We got to finish the video.
Definitely hatch eggs and even
A lot of great content though. Make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, and make sure you keep coming back. Listen, God is great, people. Moist. Did I see a moist critical? No, I just saw someone said something about moist critical. That's great. Goran Butch. Logan Paul looks so yoked. He can probably hatch an egg out of his ass right now. Goran. Someone has a crash. Around more like 45 minutes, but he doubles down and repeats himself. I know. Diligent Dabber, what's good, baby? How you doing? Nice photo, dude. 2023, baby. We're going to top. That's it. No one with his boobs. It actually works because, wow, is this your commenting strategy? This guy made a YouTube channel so that he can comment as no one with his boobs out. It's like Logan Paul said with his chest out, and this guy goes, no one with his boobs out. That's a good joke, dude. That's tight. Bubonic Squirrel, Moist Critical made a response to, yeah, dude, so many responses. How exciting to see a stock photo of animals. Amish, what's your shirt? It looks like looks cool. Are those wafis? Wafis? This is the goddess Kali, brother. This is the goddess Kali. So that's it. I don't know what wafis means, but if it's negative, she'll fuck you up, dude. I'm just kidding. She's like the aggressive one. She's the one who steps on. Look, she's stepping on a guy. She's like beating the shit out of someone right now. Look at she cut some guy's head off and she's carrying it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but she's pretty vicious. Anyway, let's continue the video. We're like halfway through the video. Let's keep it rolling.
breed your animals.
Click on that. Oh, we got a duck.
And as you pointed out,
This is what I mean. It's like this is just objectively a bad product and a bad thing to do. And again, there's no apology for like, there's no talk of like, is it good for the culture to sell this to the kids? Wow, little duck. It's like, I've seen him do this business before, and it's basically, there is this whole business online that's basically like gambling for kids. Technically not gambling, but gambling for kids. It's a whole business. I think he's done it before with this, like, you pay $250 for a box, and it's like a mystery box, and then you get it, and some people get nothing, and one person will get Jordans. It's a form of gambling. And him and his brother, thick as thieves, sinners scamming kids.
fine print, cross-hatching was available on ETH at one point, but you perpetuated the opposite as truth with your chest out.
Basically,
With your boobs out.
nothing worked.
And by
No boobs on this guy. This guy is getting jacked. Okay, I'll stop. I'm going to stop saying nice things about Steven. It's too much.
the way, Guy, almost all NFTs are just pictures.
No, it's just a picture.
By the way, guy, how could you invite someone to come alone to do my podcast after you talk about him like this? You stood there and you lied with your chest out. Come to my podcast. Like, this guy's a fighter. What he said, come to my podcast. It'll be alone. Fine, one-on-one if you want. Come to my podcast. No, one-on-one podcast. No one else. One-on-one. Me and you, podcast. Let's go. See if your tits are out then. tatas are out then.
And surely a real internet detective would not break criminal and civil laws in trying to get information, right? So why have you allowed
Right?
the illegal recording?
This is okay. This one I heard, and again, he's not even arguing the question of righteousness. The question of righteousness is this company and this idiot, Logan Paul, are not righteous. That's not even in question. All his arguments are like illegal. It's legal. It's illegal. I'm going to sue you. But this that he says it's illegal, I've heard a couple of videos talking about how in America, I think if you're in Texas, you only need one person's consent to record the call. So Steven, maybe you just recorded it and didn't tell the guy? Or did he tell the guy and say like, yeah, I'm going to use this on the podcast. You know that, right? Maybe not. But I think on Steven's side, it is a one state recording law. And maybe he kept, let's keep
Of Jeff's phone call without his permission. And then more like an internet criminal, post it online.
And it was interesting.
Does someone in the comments know? Like, I'm pretty sure. Oh shit! Did we see Mr. Super Chat? Roscoe Studio 499 always lurking here. Thanks for holding down our guy Coffee. Thanks, baby. Love you. Thanks for coming. Hey, come to my meditation class. I got a meditation class every Sunday. Very powerful meditation. I make sure that you love yourself, and that's it. That's it. We practice the techniques of the Buddha. May you be happy. Ha! May you be joyful. Ha! We practice all the techniques every Sunday. Would love to see you all there. Would appreciate it. All you got to do is join the mailing list, and you can be in my love congregation. Let's keep it going.
It was like, this is wild.
Now, although you didn't verify any backgrounds, substantiate any evidence, took multiple criminals' words as truth, and broke laws, you still published the defamation.
The defamation.
However, unlike you, the blockchain doesn't lie. So let's highlight some things that you did point out. Crypto King Jake stole $6 million. True or not, we had already removed him from the team when we realized he was a bad actor and his motives were purely financial. Conman Eddie, lead developer, stole $1.7 million. True or not, when we learned he was a bad actor as well, he was immediately removed from the team.
But you need to fess up and admit that you're a sinner and you look for a team of sinners. Because you know the project is a goddamn sin, even if it's legal.
While myself and Jeff sold nothing and made nothing as verified through investigation and the blockchain.
Yeah, but Steven says that too. Why is he saying it through investigation and the blockchain? Steven says that in his videos. Excuse me. Steven said that. Okay? You better watch your mouth, Logie. Steven said that.
Jeff, Logan's manager, to my knowledge, never sold.
Yeah.
Neither did Logan Paul.
I repeat, Jeff and I made no money and will never make any money on Crypto Zoo. In fact, we only lost money trying to pick up the pieces. As has been the case with dozens of crypto and NFT projects, the space is unfortunately ripe for bad actors to infiltrate projects that start with even the best intentions. Jake the Snake is no longer affiliated with Crypto Zoo, and we hope the money he reappropriated was worth ruining his reputation. Conman Eddie is being investigated by a higher authority that I cannot speak on. As you can
Flex.
imagine, I was not cleared from legal to discuss
Flex.
much of this.
These psychos, they always do this. They always like throw in these like, actually some of the things I heard from the higher authorities on this, they're saying it's really bad. Can't talk about it. Not legally allowed to talk about it, but I'll tell you the authorities know and they're moving in on this. Listen, I don't want to say CoffeeZilla is going to get arrested tomorrow, but I know some people, and that's the word we're getting, is that he's going to get arrested tomorrow, defamation.
Including the legal process being undertaken and the criminal investigations going on during the fallout. But I do appreciate you calling out that.
Again, with the twisting the face. Did Steven do that to him? I feel like no, right? Tell me in the comments. Did Steven twist up his face? Because if he did, I'm going to let it go. If he did, I'm not going to count it. But if Steven didn't do this to him, which I don't think he does this in his videos, then this for Logan Paul to twist up the face and make him look ugly. Come on, guys. Let's have a fair fight. Let's talk about the facts. You know what I mean? This guy, this hunka junka sexy boy is he's using everything he's got. He's going to war. He's going to war. And part of what he's doing is he's saying, look at how beautiful I am. And look at him.
Rats under my nose, stole the game code, millions of dollars, and left Jeff and I abandoned with no team and knives.
Wow, real sweetheart picture, eh? You two, couple of sinners, thick as thieves, you
are
two.
back. But even after 12 months of work, you've still managed to overlook one crucial piece of information. See, even though I've said it's coming so many times, you've assumed that CryptoZoo isn't being made. Who
This is the worst. This is because listen, the evidence is out. The whole community talking. Whole community know. This fuck didn't work on CryptoZoo for the last year. He only started working on it after CoffeeZilla put the videos out. Okay? So this is a complete bullshit. Who are you to say that I'm not going to release CryptoZoo? You haven't been working on it for a year, sir.
are you to decide when the development timeline ends? I got everything stolen from me in our community, stopped promoting publicly as soon as I knew the extent of the internal issues, took all of the heat on social, and you still published a defamatory hit piece fully knowing I was innocent just so you could enrich yourself in your $10 million studio.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Watch it, dude. This is very offensive. This is the amount of ad hominem attacks here. There's no reason for this. You know, this is bullying. It's bullying. This is a 23 million sub account trying to bully. It's not working. Honestly, I think someone else was asking this too. Like someone was asking, is Coffee okay? I texted him. I don't know. I didn't really ask if he's okay. I just thought like it would be okay. I asked him. I haven't heard back. I didn't ask him, actually. No, I didn't ask him. I just made jokes about it, and I never said it, and I never even asked him. But I was worried about it. But then I saw a couple of other videos, and they're like, this Logan is so dumb. But he's so confident that you just believe him. And that's the scariness of the last bit.
Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously misleading, and illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're going to need it.
You're going to need it. Probably shot that like 9 times. They probably shot that. You're gonna need it. Probably first time was like, you're gonna need it. Like, cut. No, you gotta come on. Look in the can down the barrel and give the rip.
You use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it. And maybe we could have talked about this if you had reached out to me personally, not my manager Jeff, who is not me, Steven, but the first time you did was on Christmas Eve.
Foolish. These are lies too. Reached out on Instagram and talking to his manager.
After you released your series so you could rely on false statements and unreliable people used recklessly. The subject line was third request for comment. Yeah, not quite. This will be my third time reaching out to you and your team. The first 2 times were through your manager, Jeff. The first 2 times were through your manager, Jeff. Okay, so the last time on Christmas Eve, after the fact, was to me. You have a funny way of twisting things. And I also noticed you left out that part on Twitter. Why hide that? Trust me,
You're twisting it. These guys are such psychos, man. They just, whatever sin they're doing, they say he's doing the sin. And he's a child molester. Come on, man. That's what's so dangerous about these guys. That's what, like, honestly, I'm not a cancel culture guy, but this guy, it's too much. He's too evil, right? Like, look at how he's just lying and like made a script with lies in it and saying it like it's true. So much confidence. Like, he really believes, like, it's just so many just obvious lies in here repeatedly. Like, this whole thing of like, why didn't you talk to me? Come to my face and say it to my face. That's I did talk to Steven a couple of days ago, and I did say, Steven, these sinners, the devil doesn't rest. The biggest sinners don't take a day off, Steven. We were talking about this guy, like, Steven was even saying, like, working his ass off on the channel, 2.3 million subs. Last year, he was under 1 million. Last year in December, he was doing daily videos to try to get to 1 million. And then after another year, he passes 2 million. And like, I know how hard he works on it. Like, I remember even on the episode he did, Steven was talking about how like he doesn't put up Christmas lights on his real house because he just does the Christmas lights in the studio. He's like, makes sense. Like, millions of people are going to see the studio. 5 people are going to drive by the house. Who cares? So he doesn't do Christmas lights on a real house. He just does it inside this $10 million studio. Fine. Fair enough. God is great. But like, he's doing that full time. Logan has dink doink this, another NFT photos thing. Plus, he's in the WWE. Podcast is banging. The guy knows how to do the controversy. Then he does the drinks, and then he's a real fighter. Who has time? How will we stop these sinners? Do you know what I'm saying, people? How the hell are we going to stop these goddamn sinners? Make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, support our congregation so that we can keep doing these kind of reports. And if we got to make a little money on it, then send us some money too, just like CEB Applejack59. Thanks for $5. Appreciate you. The only issue would be the recording. I don't know if he would be saved as a journalist, but if not, Callie takes precedence in the recording. Okay. But who remembers from the original video? Because we can't go through the whole original video right now. Who remembers from the original video? There's no way Steven must have the manager's okay with like, I'm going to record this for the channel. And the manager's probably like, yeah, well, yeah, sure. I don't like the manager could have just screwed up and been like, I don't care. Record it. I don't care. We haven't done nothing wrong. So record it. I don't care. Yeah, play it on your thing because we haven't done anything wrong. And you need to just be responsible. I remember that from the manager where the manager was like, you need to be responsible, not to lie because we will ruin. Like he was just trying to threaten him like that. Gavia DJ says $5. Thank you, Gavia. I appreciate you. Logan hired criminals because he was planning a scam, but the scammer rug pulled him first. The scammer's rug pulled him first. Yeah. Well, maybe this is the limit of how many things you can do. Because again, WWE and real fighting, WWE MMA. That's for a lot of people, that's the full-time job. To even be able to do both, most people just try to get into WWE or just try to make it in MMA. He's got both same time. God is great. Then he's got the juice company with KSI. I can't believe it's $9 in Canada for one bottle of their stupid juice. I'm sure it'll go down to $2. So I don't think it's a scam, the juice. It's just more like, why are we giving this idiot money? But it's also not healthy. Tell me what you guys think of that if you think the juice is healthy. But then you got Dink Doink, and then you got, the other, I don't know. It worries me. These sinners worry me. But Gavia, I'm going to finish the video, and then I'll make one last point about what Gavia is saying, actually, because I do agree. Yeah. I do still hold my original point that I always said to Steven that he always disagreed with me on, but I was like, even the biggest scammers, they are kind of scamming themselves. Like, I don't know if they always, I don't know if Logan Paul, in the end, all things considered, is helping his career or hurting his career by doing these stupid scams. How much money is he going to get out of these? It doesn't look like he ends up with that much money. It ends up being like a couple $100,000 for something that you don't need it. It's like, imagine you had a friend, right, who has a good job and they have a bunch of rental properties and they own real estate and they're doing great and they have everything. And then they go, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to rob a bank, I got an inside tip on a bank. It's in a small town, dude. They can't do anything. Trust me. It's going to be fine. No, trust me. Small town. We know who the security is. I got the truck. I got a team. It's going to be like, dude, it'll be sick. Let's rob a bank. You just be like, hey man, you have 2 kids or you have successful things going on. Why do you need to rob a bank? Why do you need to go into that scam? This guy is like that. It's like, I don't think he's benefiting from doing these side scams. I think they end up being a big mess and a big hassle. And that's why he hasn't worked on this stupid thing for a year or 2. Let's keep going.
I will make damn sure of it. And honestly, it sucks that after years of personal reform, going through trials and tribulations.
Oh, trials and tribulations. Just because one time I recorded a dead guy in the forest in Japan and I'm working hard to reform myself. Are you working hard to reform yourself? Or are you just working hard on just scamming? You're just, it's these barely legals. That's the problem, is that he's always on the edge of it's legal. It's legal. Prove it.
And busting my ass to evolve into a person that I can say I'm actually proud of. You led the charge to drive and monetize a narrative telling millions of people that I'm a fraud or I tried to scam my audience. that is patently false. This video is mainly for my fans and anyone who's on the fence that I hope I can help understand a situation that is tremendously complex, but has been oversimplified for both views and clicks. And lastly, CoffeeZilla.
Again. Okay, this is unacceptable, people. Keep it substantive. Logan, keep it substantive. Let's not do faces and just twist up someone's face, please. Let's stick to real jokes and say something, you know, like do your defense video. God is great. I'm not supporting it. Thank you for your hard work. Keep calling out these sinners. Gamer with opinions, $5. Thanks, Gamer with the opinions. Appreciate you.
I now know your motives with this. Clout and money, good for you, but also you're slimiest. So I'm not going to come on any of your podcasts. If you want to come on Impulsive and talk about this, that's fine. You've denied my invitation multiple times. You're still.
This is all lies. Steven asked him to come on. He avoided it. And now he asked once or twice for the video. So you can be like, I told you to come tomorrow. And I told you you can come on Tuesday. I told you to come on Wednesday. And then you said no. Yeah, the guy's working on videos. Also, this guy's an MMA fighter. And he goes, yeah, come to my studio and me and you alone, one-on-one. Let's go. Let's see if your chest out. Let's see if your tatas are out at the Impulsive studio. Bring it to the Impulsive studio. Yeah, me and you, one-on-one. Let's go. Let's go. That's too much. You can't do that.
Invited. It can be a one-on-one. If not, we're going to handle this ourselves while we continue to build CryptoZoo, and I'll see you in court.
Still selling the scam, huh? Still didn't learn his lesson. Doubled down on his idiot scam company. What is this? CryptoZoo, my ass. Did you guys ever? Has anyone here seen one of my favorite movies? Is called Fargo, and at the end of Fargo, it's like a whole murder thing, but it's all murder for money. It's like they go. Fargo's like a movie, but they go to a small town. I wonder if I can play it. It's like the best scene. It's so good. And the lead character in Fargo, she's so righteous. She's a cop. She's so righteous, and she's a pregnant cop. So she's a mother, and she's righteous, and she's so sweet and nice. She's like, well, looks like the murderer might have stepped over there. Looks like the killer. Oh, I think your math is wrong on that, Jimmy. I think the murderer probably got him there, walked over to here, got in the car, drove over, fell out, and that's the end of it. And they're so sweet. It's like Fargo, Minnesota, sweet small town. Some like big city people come to murder people, whatever. Anyway, nobody can catch these guys. This one pregnant woman catches him, and at the iconic scene, she's driving with this guy in the back. She's driving down like this winter highway. It's all snowing, whatever. And the music is like this epic, like dun, 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 dun. And there's 50 cop cars coming from the other side to catch this criminal. This is like one pregnant woman and 50 cop cars on the other side coming to get this criminal. And while she's driving up, she's like, Don't you know that money doesn't make you happy? Money's not everything. You killed somebody, all for a little bit of money. Didn't you know that's wrong? Okay. And just drives him and drives the guy and drops him off to the other cops. Incredible movie. But listen, I've said this before, and I know a lot of you guys are going to get, this is where we're going to lose people. But this is where we're going to lose people for sure. But I got to show it because it is a powerful teaching. And I think this is emotional chart levels. And let me put back the thing so people know what we're talking about. We're just going to wrap up on this. Logan Paul, analysis of a sinner. I said that's an analysis of a sinner. Kieran Beatty, $7.99. Wonder Logan cries at night or doesn't care. I'd be riddled with so much guilt if I did this. His mates know he's messed. Find his psych interesting. Yeah, good call, dude. It is very interesting, you know? And I'm going to do a little analysis on what's going on in his mind. As y'all know that I am a certified loving kindness coach. I teach loving kindness coach every Sunday, 9 p.m. on Zoom. You can sign up for it at the link below. And God is great. That's why I am qualified to call out these sinners. Let me put on a little background track here. What do we got? Lo-fi. Let's play this. No, night driving. And we're gonna wrap up this topic right now. But Kieran Biddy, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. Dude, we're going to 2023. I need to build a congregation. You know what I'm saying? With all these sinners out here. Going to 2023, it's a tight economy. How are we going to survive with these sinners out here? I got to start looking at my screen. I made a screen for myself. And I keep looking at this screen. It's wrong. I have to look at this screen. So I can look at you at all. I'm going to take down the Logan Paul thing, but I do want to show you this emotional chart. And this is going to show you the anatomy of, this is the true final analysis of a sinner. And let me just see this chart right here, this one that has the emotions. How do I make it bigger? Can I just make it bigger, please? Manifest it bigger, please. Hold on. Are you kidding me? That's the biggest I can get it? Hold on. Hey, this is why you got to keep donating money to the congregation, because I'm a one-man operation here, people. Steven comes by sometimes, but right now it's just me. That's as big as I can get it. Are you kidding me? That's wild. Why is it so small? Okay, well, let's just download it. But I did want to talk to you about this, because I want to talk to you about the... Okay, let's just put it there and pull it up, people. Bear with me, people. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Window. Oh, I can open it in a window. Because I do think it's important to talk about the morality. Oh, this is brilliant. Now I know what I need to do. No. Here we go. This is going to be the best analysis of a sinner that we could show for people, because it really goes into the analysis of what makes a sinner. You know what I'm saying? We got to figure out what makes the sinner. What's the driving force of the sinner? Here we go. There we go. You know. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Very good. I think we got another super chat. God is great. Yashar. I love you, baby. Yashar, what's good, baby? Thanks for coming. Hold on. No, this is going to be totally worth it. Trust me. No. There we go. And share screen. And God is great. And God is great. Manifest it. Manifest. Is it manifested? Very good. Yes, it's manifested. So this is what I want to tell you guys about, is this Logan Paul analysis of a sinner. So see, this, I remember I used to say this to Steven too, and he used to be like, you're crazy. How dare you say this? But I think it was Aristotle who says that there is no evil, only ignorance. And I say things like that, and then some people are like, wow, that's beautiful. But then some people are like, you're a fool, you're an idiot, they're going to walk all over you, they're going to take your money. And you're gonna walk into Impulsive Studio one day, and he's gonna beat the shit out of you because he's a goddamn MMA fighter. And he's a psycho, and that's pure evil. Here's the thing: according to this system, basically, if you're living in fear, see, the sinner is living in fear, and so they're not getting the whole world. They're just getting a small sliver of the world that makes them feel like everyone else is a sinner. So then they got to fight back, and the only way to fight back against sinners is be a sinner myself. Because if they were operating on 600, 700 plus, and by the way, this is all like levels of like love or something. This is like kilojoules of love coming in, of God energy coming into you. So the truth of it is that we're all actually already, you know, getting like 700 kilojoules of love coming in. And we are just like you know, children of the Most High God, you could say. Sorry to get spiritual here on you guys, but we are just children of the Most High God. And some people say God is love. Is this getting too spiritual for everyone? But basically, when it comes to these sinners, they're not living in the real world. The real world is we are all one. And then they're living at a lower vibration where they just can't see it. So in their minds, they think they have to fight. And that's why his video is just full of lies. It's a foolish video, but in his mind, he doesn't see that, like, you're just losing money on these stupid projects. You're on WWE. You're on this. Now, the other thing I would say is that in order for him to work so aggressively, maybe that's just part of it. And maybe that's all part of God's plan to take some of the money and give it back to the people. Because here's the thing. If he didn't do any of these scams, then he'd just be like a jerk and just be destroying people's lives in WWE and MMA and like whatever, this podcast or whatever. Maybe this is part of how he keeps his aggression, but whatever it is, it keeps him at a low vibration, I would say. That's what I think. What do you guys think? Tell me if this whole chart sounds crazy to you. Tell me in the comments. Go ahead. No, I can take it. I'm not going to be like, have respect, you sinner. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to you. Tell me, I am the victim. I am the hero. Nathan99 says, I am the victim. I am the hero here. Yeah, in a weird way, it is interesting how people like this, they always feel like they're the victim. Like, that is noticeable, man, across the board. Even Trump sounds like, they come after me. They're coming after me. They don't like that I won the election and the women came after me. And like, it's just, David 6 says, yeah, facts. Yeah, okay, cool, facts. Yeah, no, fair enough. Love facts. Love facts. He is trying to retake initiative to twist the narrative in his favor. Nathan99, yeah, he is, but why is Mr. Chess? Mr. Chess, now's not the time to call me Top G, brother. Mr. Chess says, no, this chart is facts. Always trust him to the Top G. I think there's a little sarcasm there, but that's fine. That's fine. Loving kindness. Kieran Beatty, if he accepts it's his fault, he needs to feel all the low vibration emotions. Kieran, honestly, from what I've heard, basically operating at that lower level, it keeps you in negative emotions all the time. It's not fun. It's not fun for them either. They're almost like stuck in a prison of their own, like it is like having a bad habit where it's like, I just keep going. It's like when someone keeps going back to a shitty boyfriend or girlfriend, and they're like, I just can't quit them. I just can't quit you. It's an addiction. You know what I mean? So like high level scamming people is an addiction. That's not me giving them pass either. Like, we have to catch these sinners. We got to catch these sinners. But I think it's time for another topic. I think I saw our editor in the audience, and he's probably losing it right now and being like, just go to the next goddamn topic, would you? Kieran Battle, wonder Logan cries at night or doesn't care. Yeah, I'd be riddled with so much guilt if I did this. His mates know he's messed. Find his psych interesting. Kieran, what do you think of this theory of the psych? What do you think of this theory? Because this is an interesting thing. Some people think I'm crazy, Mr. Chess. I know what you think. But a lot of people, Nathan99, I think, said facts. Honestly, it makes sense to me. It does make sense to me, but I tell a lot of people and they're like, you're crazy. And also a lot of people think I'm giving people a free pass. Like, I was telling someone about this even with Trump, and how in Hinduism and a lot of these loving kindness teachings, they basically teach that people like this, they're here to keep life interesting for us. Because basically in this life, if there wasn't any sinners, I was telling Steven this too. I was like, if there wasn't any sinners, what would we do? It'd be too easy. What would we do all day? You know? They're here playing the most vicious part. And I was telling this guy that, like, in the end, they say that we all kind of like die and go back up into this source thing together. And at that point, we're going to look at people like Logan, people like Trump, and be like, hey, man, you played that part good. We're going to look at him like Heath Ledger. We're going to be like, you played that part good. You killed it. You had us all running around crazy. You killed it. With that kid scam? Like, you just started scamming kids. That's wild, dude. I mean, nobody else wants to go that hard. Nobody else wants to go that evil. But you did it, and you kept the whole thing interesting, and you kept us excited, and it's over now. But I was telling a friend that, and they were like kind of offended. They were like, no, then you're letting him off the hook. I don't know. Let's see. I honestly think Logan Knows Coffee nailed this. Well, the interesting thing is, Adam said, the interesting thing is that apparently there's 250,000 dislikes for, like, I don't know, 70,000 likes of the last time someone did a count that I could look at. because there's some way to look at it, apparently, to look at the dislikes and likes ratio. So that's not a good look. And the fact that that's getting around is not a good look. Then in his own forums, like he went back in and he's like, hey guys, long time no see. Daddy's back. Well, can't wait to get this rolling. And they were like, you're full of shit. I'm not spending money on this, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But listen, let's do another topic, shall we? Oh yeah, this one was interesting. I don't know. This might be weird for you guys. I could just tell you the story and dip. Actually, I gotta get on a plane first thing in the morning. But I'll tell you this little clip controversy. And I can't even play the clip, but I'll show you a picture of Abbas Wahab and his immigrant section. Shout out to Abbas Wahab, friend of the show. He's been on a couple of times. But when I did his podcast, and I can't show you the clip, I'll just show you his channel. Great opening music. Present. Hold on. So I was on this guy's podcast, and then you guys see this? Yeah.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the.
Wow, this is okay. So the inaugural White Girl. This is a great episode with. She's awesome too.
Immigrant section. They can't see you right now. Telling me
she's sick too. These are all Toronto comics, but I'm just gonna tell you the story of like Hold on.
Do you understand?
Hold on, and we had a cop on it. That's great. Yeah, this is the show that I did. So I was on the show, and I guess I told a story about this guy who owns a temple, and he's really cutthroat. Like he's vicious. Like I mean, he's the kind. So I was just talking about the guy. Listen, this is all factual, okay? The guy owns the temple. He owns the entire plot around the temple. Bought all those units, and he rents them out. And he's got the temple, and he's telling some people who do catering. He's like, "Hey, you guys are doing catering." It's like, "I do catering. I don't pay tax, idiot." What are you, stupid? The real money's in God. Open a temple. Like he's telling people who own a catering company, like, you're an idiot. You're paying tax to the government. Get the temple, tax exempt. So this is factual, true story. The real money's in God. True story. And it is true. And I was basically saying it like a shout out. So I said that, and then I said this other thing that he does where if someone does a wedding, if someone from his community does a wedding at like a non-temple location, like at a banquet hall, he'll send protesters outside of the banquet hall to be like, this is not a sanctioned wedding. Our religion condemns this, and you must do your wedding at a properly sanctioned location, and you must come to the location. So he sends protesters, right? So anyway, I make the mistake of saying like that this guy, the owner, which I wasn't even insulting. I'm giving the guy a shout out. I'm saying, hey, I'm trying to build my congregation. I'm trying to get people listening to me on the internet. And I'm saying this guy's killing it though. He's got the temple. I'm trying to build my, my loving kindness meditation, link in the comment section below. I'm giving the guy a shout out. But the way I said it, I was too clear. It's almost like if you said, basically the way I said it was like, Kimberly's friend's cousin's neighbor owns a temple. And then I basically told the story, but it was too close. It was closer than that. So then the people found out and they got the clip taken down. They were like, no, you have to take the clip. You have to take the clip down. Oh, yo, do we want to do call-ins? I'm going to finish the story and we'll do some call-ins. But they're like, no, you have to take the clip down. But I'm giving the guy a shout out. And I guess it's weird because it's like, if you just say it's my friend's friend, like in her mind, she thinks everyone's going to know it's us. But it's like, nobody knows it's you. Let me tell the people about this great spiritual leader. I didn't say he was a sinner, honestly. I didn't say it. And I wouldn't say it. But anyway, I just want to let people know about that. Clip got taken down. I'll say this on the drip. We did another clip about Bill Gates. This is messed up. Should I read the email on the show? This is actually email. This is actually congregation work. This is congregation news. YouTube. See, I got another YouTube notification that says YouTube community guidelines. The drip, we have age restricted your content. The drip. Okay, no. Okay, hold on. Let me just show you. Because it's a clip about Bill Gates, and they said that it was inappropriate, and they took it down and they demonetized it. And now, okay, look. Hi, the drip. We have reviewed your appeal for the following. Is 2022 going to be the worst year ever? And this is the clip. Thanks for your patience while we reviewed this appeal. Our goal is to make sure content doesn't violate our community guidelines so that YouTube can be a safe place for all. And sometimes we make mistakes trying to get it right. We're sorry for any frustration our mistake may cause you, and we appreciate you letting us know. How does this impact your content? We've reinstated your content. If your appeal was for a warning, you'll be allowed another warning in the future. If your appeal was for a strike, we've removed the strike against your channel. Wow. You couldn't even separate the email, eh? Is there 5 people working at YouTube? Separate the email. Honestly. You know, you're really making me feel like a piece of shit here. Like, you couldn't just make a separate bot for this email. You had to make it, you had to 2-in-1 the email. You know, I remember when I was a kid, and like, this is such an immigrant thing, where they'll just take any birthdays that are close together and say, oh, okay, same time birthday. Pooja, Anil, same time birthday. Let's go. And Pooja would be like, what the fuck, dude? My birthday's not for a month. You cheapo. Now, no way. But the last generation was like that. They just take, it's like a month away. Okay, same time done. Okay, do birthday done. Same time. Just do another birthday. It's a birthday. Right? Just send another email, YouTube. This is ridiculous. No, but when they took it down, they made it out like it was like this insulting video or something. Like it was this terrible video. Shout out to Christopher Marrero too. Marrero, this guy, he sends me like 1,000 emails, and they're all conspiracy. Like the amount of like lizard people videos that he sent me, holy shit, dude. And he believes it, and he's like, Amish, you need to wake up. He sends me like 50 emails at a time. You want to see? Let me just do this, Chris. I don't think he'll mind. He'll appreciate it, actually. It's Marrero. No. Look at this. 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 How many emails? How many emails? He just sent. That's how. Yeah. That's like 2 weeks. He's just sending like every conspiracy. I'm probably on every conspiracy theory watch list. But here I'm gonna put up the invite link, and we're gonna do a couple of call-ins, and then I'm gonna call it a night. PayPal. Thanks for coming. Appreciate y'all. And yeah, let's talk about Logan. Let's talk about Logan Paul. And when I'm in Panama, we'll do some more topics. But I think Logan, we did a good. I think that's what we got to do. We got to pick one and do a full righteousness analysis, people. You got to do full righteousness analysis. I'm going to invite someone right now. Hold on. Did you guys get that? I know it's a weird thing. Huey says he wants to save your soul, Amish. Here you go. There it is again. Thanks for coming, everyone. Damn, dude. There's like no trolls here. That's wild, eh? I'd say this is a successful. Yo, Applejack, what's up, baby? Thanks for coming.
Hey, Habibi.
Habibi, good to see you, man. Yo,
Hey.
Oddly, I mean, look, I'm not really looking at it, but I'm
some-
shocked at how few like trolls there are. There's like no trolls. Like sometimes there's people. Oh yeah.
We had some webcam. We had some webcam spammers, but I booted them from the chat.
Oh, that's actually, I don't even count that as. I mean, people that are like, Amish, I'm leaving. Screw this guy. Like there was none of that. 400 people, not one. That's a success, people. But come on in. Yo, what did you think of the 3-part series?
I think CoffeeZilla killed it, and I was saying in the chat that California takes precedence because it's the more restrictive state. But I just found some legal analytical speaking on the single consent and two-person consent laws, and there was a precedent set in 2014 where someone from a single consent state recorded someone from a two-person consent state in Illinois, and Illinois deemed the two-person state law to be unconstitutional. So Steven might be fine.
I just can't imagine. Like, listen, regardless, it's just this argument of like, it's legal. Everything I did was legal, and you might have done something illegal. But it's like, where's the righteousness? It's like, you know that your guy talked to him, and it's not even like his guy. Like, it's just a petty argument because it's not like his manager said anything to Steven that's even like criminal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he just was kind of giving him shit. Like, the manager was kind of like, you don't know what's going on, and you better not say anything, and you better have your story straight before you say anything. Like, that's okay. So, okay, what? I'm not allowed to play that? It's like, I called you, I do a show. I don't know. I feel like he must have had to go ahead because the guy didn't say anything. He just kind of threatened him, like kind of said, like, you better watch it and you better not post anything that it is not fully researched or whatever. But then in the end, like, there's nothing really bad there.
Logan had no leg to stand on anyway. What's the point of a manager if the manager is not going to inform him that Steven's getting in contact with him?
No, the manager is the official way to contact a celebrity with 23 million subs. Like, you don't, like, okay, the IG thing, I guess you could ignore, but he obviously did that on purpose too. That's such bullshit. He's so full of shit, man.
He knew he blocked Steven.
Yeah.
You know, he knew Steven was trying to get in contact with him. Like,
just lying, man. It's so sad.
He's just trying to get a one-up and trying to get more people on his side. Because as soon as Logan started talking again on in the chat for the scam, he started it started like a bunch of people saying, "Oh, well, maybe Logan's actually going to work onto it, so I'm willing to put down another $1,000."
Yeah, I saw that. That. Someone's just like, dude, but someone was showing like the stock price of like not the stock price, but like the Bitcoin value of the company of CryptoZoo, and it was like it was up here, goes down to zero for a whole year, and then the investigation happens, and then he makes some announcement, and it's back up halfway. So at one point, like, the CryptoZoo stock was worth a lot, and then it went to zero for a year, and then now it's kind of halfway back up. So listen, this guy giving the 1,000 is not the only one. Clearly, a lot of people are throwing their money back in, but only half the people get it. Literally half the people get it. Yeah. Let's see if I can find that CryptoZoo price, because that is a great chart.
It's just like with Paradox Metaverse, where literally everybody's trying to warn people from Ami Otalio and how this guy is literally unhinged and he's trying to rug pull. And there was still people even arguing with me on Twitter saying, no, this is a legitimate game. It's AAA. And we're like, no, these are like PS2 graphics. What are you talking about?
Come on, dude. What do you mean? Why are people defending this guy? It's so sad when people defend him. This is the chart, I think. This is the CryptoZoo price. Let me make it bigger.
Yeah, it's going up.
You can see it. Yeah, it's I mean, I think, like, honestly, okay, here's my glimmer of hope here. And I actually have a financial analyst sitting in the waiting room, so I'm gonna bring him on in a couple of minutes. Tay, I see you there, Tay. I'm gonna bring you on in a few minutes. But so it goes down to here. Maybe this is the first jump from the Logan Paul video, because what is this? 1/2/2023. Or no, this could be the jump from Logan Paul making some announcement in the thing, and then here we're the fourth, and it's back down again. So maybe it's just like one spike. Like, because what I found, the glimmer of hope, when I first saw the video, I was like, oh my God, Steven's screwed. This guy's gonna sue him, whatever. And then I just saw every reaction video be like, Logan Paul's an idiot. His own fans are down liking him. he might be having a true come to Jesus moment right now. He could be coming to terms with it and being like, yeah, I gotta stop scamming people. Who knows? I don't know.
I mean, he can do what he wants, but what is he gonna do? Like they said before, he's just gonna hire more criminals. Like he's literally bringing out how Steven, he's trying to attack the credibility instead of attacking the substance of what CoffeeZilla brings up. And the whole way that he attacks their credibility is by saying, hey, listen, you spoke to people that worked for me, but they're criminals and you hired them.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
you didn't do your own due diligence? Like, what's going on here? And
This
before
guy's
I
a
go,
scammer. It's like 3 of the people that he chose and one of his customers. He's like, this guy's an idiot too. This guy's buying it for his kid. It's such an insult. It's like, this is your customer, dude. Like, why are you insulting the guy for buying it for his kid? Is it not a good product? Maybe that's why you're calling him an idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a weird video.
they even set it up where, like, if you put Bitcoin into it, you'd get a better. I mean, it was still a crack game, but you'd get a better viewing than if you put Ethereum into it.
Well, dude, the viewing is literally just that egg shaking and flashing into an animal card. That, you know, like when you're in kindergarten, like the government of Canada textbooks make those pictures. Like he could have just screenshot it from there or something, or like they might have just gone out and taken pictures of a bunch of animals. They're not even good pictures though. They're not even like beautiful, majestic pictures, and like you make it into art. It's like so basic. It's like from a kid's book or something.
That's like people saying you can't take these NFTs because I own them, and then you screenshot it.
Yeah.
But before you have this analyst on, I do want to state, isn't Logan Paul the guy that pretended to be colorblind to sell them sunglasses? Like he's been scamming forever.
He just can't quit.
Yeah, he did a whole commercial where he's like pretending he couldn't see, and he puts the glasses on, and then he's like he can see color, and then it all comes out that he can still see color regardless. They're like, these glasses don't sharpen like that. Like
he scammed the colorblind. Yeah. I mean, if there is no community safe, people, is no community safe from this psycho. Who goes after the colorblind?
And I have to correct you. Logan Paul is not an MMA fighter. He boxed.
He boxed. That's right.
Yes, he boxed, and he lost. He lost.
No, he's won and lost. With KSI, he lost and he won.
With KSI, he lost, and with Floyd Mayweather, he lost.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay, but I mean, it's still, you know, like the fact that he's willing to get in the ring, it's crazy.
Hey, no, I give him the props.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely put in the work. He definitely trained hard, you know. But he's definitely not his younger brother. His younger brother is the one that's really talented.
I mean, because he's brown, and so I got to bring him on. Applejack59, thanks for coming. And your thing cut out right at that moment too. Appreciate you, man. Peace. Tay Moore, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going, dude?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Good, man. I don't think that audio's coming out of your mic, eh?
Oh, I don't know. Let me check.
But it's coming in clear. It's just coming in with a lot of room tone, I feel like. I don't know.
Okay. So let me go into the settings and see what the issue is.
Tell me in the audience, unless I'm not hearing it correctly. But all good, man. Either way, I can hear you clearly. Adam Sud gave us $10. Appreciate you, baby. Thank you. Time Wave. I gotta say, very low troll rate on this Time Wave. I got a big old shit snake clogging my toilet right now, bucko. Thanks, Time Wave. Appreciate the update. Got the update, Time Wave. Great. Solo. It's so they can all pull out legally before flopping it. Interesting. Talking about Logan Paul pulling out, or I don't know, someone pulled out. Someone pulled out, brother. Timur, long time, buddy. How you been?
Good, man. Just had my first kid, and so just
I knew it. You had the worry of a guy who's like, man, I gotta go to sleep, dude.
Well, you know, the thing was, like, when you do comedy in Toronto, what worry about or deal with is that, like, all the shows are downtown Toronto. So if you live outside of the city, you're taking all that extra time driving in and out, right? And so
yeah.
I mean, I did my show on the West End, and you know, I stopped producing for a while, but I'd like to bring in that annual show again. So I don't know if your viewers heard of him, but I actually had Ryan Long headline one of my shows, and subsequent to that, the guy blew up, and I thought that was pretty interesting because, like, we as comics, we see the talent, right? I think there's still a lot of found comics in Toronto that deserve higher platforms, and so
yeah, man, dude, 100%. And I'm doing shows with I'm actually partnering with Vandad right now to do comedy shows out in the burbs and stuff. So we have 2 shows. I put a link in here. Where are your shows, dude? Where can people get tickets for your shows?
So right now I'm not. Right now I just went completely on YouTube. So I just paused for a little while I have this little one at home and stuff.
Amazing. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, makes sense, dude. Makes sense, man. You know what? I actually don't have any of my links in the comments. Oh my god, you're kidding me.
I see Vandad's shows. I see your link to Vandad's shows.
Yeah. No, it's in the comments, but I usually put everything in the comment section below. But actually, I just realized that I don't have anything there. But these are the next 2 shows we're doing. So, dude, we're doing a show in Whitby. The last one we did was incredible, dude. Packed house and just older white people who are so loving and encouraging of a good time.
Yep.
Like, they're there to laugh. They're excited. It was so good, dude. And then this place is incredible too. This is a Revival 1863. The club is called Revival 1863. It's like a speakeasy in Orangeville, and like the door is like a bookshelf.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's
that's cool. And are you coming out? Are you coming out west by any chance? I thought I remember you posting something that you were coming out to the west end of the city, but I might be mistaken as well.
I mean, I did a couple of shows in Brampton. I did New Year's in Brampton.
Yeah.
Daniel Shanker.
Yeah, Daniel. Yeah.
Yeah, he produced a show in Brampton. It was a great show, man. It was packed. And then Keisha Brownie produces a bunch of shows out here, so I've been doing her shows.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I would just come as a fan. So like, drop your links, and like I watch all of these now. I messaged you. I was like, I've been watching like all of them, but like just drop them. I'll just come as a fan, man. I still love watching comedy. In fact, that's why I started my own shows, just so I can get the best comics on. Like you just talked about the immigrant section. Like that dude used to come to my shows every week almost, and like I just love watching these guys perform.
He's incredible. He's so funny, dude. Abbas Wahab, shout out to Abbas Wahab.
Yeah,
and immigrant section. Oh, dude, it's such a good show.
I was actually on his podcast too, believe it or not.
Yeah. I've done it 3 times. It's actually a good. It reminds me of when I was a kid. Our parents would drag us out to some like, come on, we're going to the Patel convention, and I'd be like, what am I doing here? But immigrant section feels like a hip version of our generation of that. Of like, when he asked me to do it, the way he asked me, he's like, he always texts me like 4 times, like, brother, it's been a while since you did immigrant section. Come back, brother.
Come back.
Like, he was like, to come back and do it on Monday. Like he just gives me a date. He's like, come, brother, confirm it. Like he's always on me to do it again. So it's so fun, dude.
Now, you know what's something that like really resonated with me about like you taking over the show, because some of the people that are watching this may not realize this used to be like CoffeeZilla running it, right? And then you took over it subsequent to, at least that's my understanding. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but that's right. And so the one thing that resonated with me about this show is that you unapologetically talk about righteousness. And the reason why I like that is the same reason why I started my YouTube channel. So that like I wasn't, like you've known me for years now, I actually wasn't on YouTube. The reason why I started YouTube is because professionals, so like my network, like you already know, I'm like a VP finance. My network is just a bunch of like CPAs, CFAs, et cetera. They're messaging me and saying, hey, you should check out like this guy's channel or that guy's channel. And I go check these channels out. It's all scammers. And what I realized is that YouTube finance became a spot for people scamming or grifting. You see what I mean?
There was a bunch of guys that just got caught, no?
Meet Kevin, Jeremy Lefebvre.
Scott Schaefer is righteous. Scott Schaefer is righteous. How do you feel about him?
I don't know much about Scott Schaefer yet.
Oh, you got to see Scott Schaefer. Scott Schaefer's always doing the righteous, the good. Like he's doing good reports. He's doing good.
Now,
reports.
The only reason why I reserve judgment until I get to know the person a bit better is because I thought Spencer Cornelia was on the righteous path, and then you saw him defend all of his buddies that were pushing the crypto exchange stuff. And the one point that I would always make is, look, if you're going to push an exchange, at least at the very minimum, point out that many exchanges have gone under due to fraud and mismanagement, that kind of stuff, right? At least make that comment, right? On my channel, every time I talk about a security, I always say, look, I get things wrong. I can get this wrong. Correct me in the comments if I got something wrong, and I'll right away correct it. You know what I mean? And like, there's just that element of honesty that's missing in the finance space. And you know why? It's because if you pump the stuff that's like popular, because something like, I would say around 75% of retail investors, when they pick individual stocks, they're looking at it like it's a casino, almost like it's up and down. That's the same stuff that permeates in the crypto space, as well as like the tech security space, right?
Yeah.
And only 25% of investors are, or even less, are looking at like long terms, like value investing, like buy and hold type thing. So where do you think all the views are coming from for these YouTubers? You have to actively take a righteous approach and say, look, I will actively not grow my channel as fast, but I will push honesty. And that's the problem. It's not getting rewarded on YouTube right now. In fact, I would call it unethical behavior is being rewarded on YouTube right now. And so you have to take a stand. You have to say, who am I? And, you know, this goes back to what I originally said. And I love that you talk about this, because I get a little bit embarrassed when I talk about this. And, you know, the point that I wanted to make was that in my first couple of videos, I said, the reason why I started this channel is because of legacy. I want to leave something better to humanity. That's why I'm starting this channel. I want to talk about like investing appropriately, looking at the business, blah, blah, blah. In recent days, I've sort of pulled away from that, because I feel like, you know, does that actually resonate with people? Like when people approach their lives and the things they do every day, do they think about like legacy, doing the right thing, like leaving the world better than what it was when you first got here? Or are they just thinking, how much money can I make? Do you see what I'm saying there?
Yeah. No, your show, you start to realize that your online brand is nothing if you don't have like, it's got to have an essence to it. It's like in stand-up, they called it your voice. But in YouTube, it's a similar thing. And like, we come into YouTube thinking like, I'm going to do the best insult and that'll get everyone. But actually, it is the thing of like, I believe in something. God damn it. And people are like, yeah, we got to follow this guy. Like that. People want that, man. People need it. Yeah, dude.
And well, thank you for showing the channel. Like, you didn't have to do that, but like, you know, somebody in the comments, like, be careful. You cut out that show for like, cut out like that thing he's going to put in the shorts. Guys, I'm not going to like, that's not the point. You know, this is just two friends talking. I really love Amish.
Thanks for coming, dude. Appreciate it.
You know, I used to remember that time I did your show once. Like, you guys had, was it Mandy Good Handy? I think that's what the.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 129er.
That's actually one of my highlights of doing stand-up comedy, believe it or not.
It was a great show, right?
Yeah. And
5 years I did it.
I was like so new to comedy, and you guys like gave me a chance, you know, and like I really appreciated that, because at that time I wasn't being looked at like the people, like my peers that were coming up, like, you know, like Olivia Stadler or anyone else of that sort of age range. I just wasn't getting seen, and like you guys were kind of like the first ones to do that, you know.
That's
and so
awesome,
like
dude.
I appreciated that, you know, a lot.
Glad to hear that. I'm so glad I'm producing shows again. It's been a couple of years. I haven't produced shows. I used to produce so many shows, and I just stopped with the podcast and with COVID. Just didn't do as much. And it's like the stand-up suffers, man. It's like you stay good by doing lots of shows, or else
you stay only like you lose it even after you stop for 2 weeks. You lose it, right? I felt myself like losing it right after the lockdowns. But you know, just going back to the you know what you were talking about here with the whole like CoffeeZilla stuff. I think the one point that I would make is that Logan Paul is not the only millionaire in like the YouTube space. And if you really want to go after CoffeeZilla, you got to understand that there's going to be a lot of money that's going to be raised for CoffeeZilla's defense fund. So like, just be careful how you're going to do this, especially when you're not on the right side. Like, I saw that video as soon as it came out yesterday. It might have had 500 views, and immediately I hit the dislike button as soon as I saw him not take accountability for his mistakes. Look, we can all make mistakes. We can all get caught up in stuff. It's okay. But so long as you recognize what you're doing wrong, take accountability. And like, can we be honest? NFTs were scammy from the beginning. There's a comic that you and I are both aware of. He talks about this on YouTube by the name of Danny Polishchuk. Danny he's affiliated with Ryan Long. They do like that podcast. And Danny talks about like how he bought up a lot of NFTs, right? And then on his channel, he would say, listen, this is all scammy. We're all just trying to make money off each other. But at the end of the day, this is like just hot potato. We're just playing hot potato. So it's not like it's not recognized that this stuff is garbage that you're trying to sell. So, at the end of the day, it just comes down to you try to profit off of this scummy stuff, and you were sort of like dragged down because someone profited off of you as a result. Like you were associating with people that are not respectable. And I would say one of the most important lessons that I got, and I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot, but one of the most important lessons I ever got was listening to a guy by the name of Warren Buffett. And I'm sure a lot of people are well aware of that guy, right? Yeah. And one of the things he said is, I never have to worry about who I work with because I choose to work with only like the best and most like righteous people. And like, that's why the message on your channel resonates with me, because I'm sort of in that headspace as well, where it's like, I don't want to like associate with people that, do I have to worry about sort of like, will they try and take advantage of me or whatever, right? Like, or do they walk the straight path? I think life gets a lot easier when you only associate with people that focus on doing the right thing, and not necessarily using the word righteousness, but using the word like doing the right thing. No, it's it is. I think it is a big illusion. One of the things I found with these sinners is they don't end up being as profitable as they think. And think about the time of your life, and think about like you have real people who love you, and you're gonna do a scam on them. You're getting paid from WWE. You're getting paid from like, you have 5 legit avenues of money coming in. The podcast is killing it. And it's just like, these people just can't quit. It is he is like a very Trump kind of character, where you look at a guy like Trump too, where they do outwork everyone. Like you look at a guy like Trump, and like he's just like, he's tweeting all the time. Like he's just engaged and active and like working his ass off. And other people just can't keep up a lot of times with him. Well, and then part of it is you kind of like have to love what you're doing. Like when I started in investment banking, like in my early days, I guess I was on the research side. I couldn't keep up at the beginning because I needed to sleep at least 8 hours a day, right? Yeah. But the problem is when you start, there's such a uphill that you got to learn. And that guy's right. Spencer's his views did significantly drop because he had a very smart community, and they recognized that he was scamming. So what, we have a common friend who saw him in an airport, and he was telling this guy that like, channel's down. I'm moving away from scam because you can't call out scams and then not call out like your own friends, buddies, and they're cool dudes. But like, I get it. But that's such a classic like, no one made this where they're just cooler than you're. Like, come on, Spencer, don't be a loser. Just say it's legit. And he's just, dude, I remember he actually was defending this other pickup artist, and the guy was such a mean guy. Like he would put up like this pickup artist that I think Spencer like trained with him, and he was like, and the guy, his whole channel was he would put up videos like he would dissing other pickup artists. Like he'd be like, this guy says he's a pickup artist, but his wife is a 6. Gotcha. And he would show the pictures, everything. And Spencer's like defended him. He's like, no, man. You got, the guy's banging 2 girls a week. Hot. Yeah, but like, how hard is it to bang 2 girls a week? Like, it's not that difficult. The more time you spend on, like, for me, like, I know you said you didn't have a lot of luck on Tinder. Go on Hinge, and I swear to God, like when I was on Hinge, I actually met my wife on Hinge, but like I was getting like 14 matches a week. It was insane. You have to like pick and choose who you want to go on dates with. Like, it's not that difficult, especially in a city like Toronto. And I'm like not good looking, so you would do much better than I would. The point, you good. Let's be real. Like, you're like a guy. Like the problem is, we go on a date and she can't see me because the light is reflecting off of the top of my head. We're all in the community. But I just want to point out a point that you made. So how like the pickup artist was dissing the other pickup artist because they're in the same game. There was a comic that used to talk about this. His name is Ari Shafir, and because the comedy communities like this too, stand-up comics, we have like this famine mentality where it's like, I have to
100%.
beat you out. I have to get on this
100%.
show. And one of the things that I tried to show is when I booked out that theater, you know, it's the same theater that Just for Laughs uses, right? The same theater that Andrew Schultz books out when he comes to Toronto. When
Wow.
I booked out that show, I was a nobody, and it only cost $2,000 to book out that theater. But the point that I was trying to make, and you were actually in the competition, I remember, to try to get onto that show. I tried
Yeah,
to
that's
make
right.
it very, like, there was a competition
Yeah,
at so you were on the competition, and then, you know, Al Val won and Mike Payne won, and they ended up performing on that show, and it's completely like as a result of how they performed on the previous shows. But the point I wanted to make is that you do not need these large companies. You do not need connections with these large promoters. You can do it yourself. Right after I did it, Allie Pierce, you would know Allie Pierce.
I know.
She went on and did
I know
her
Allie
own
Pierce.
show. Yeah, she went on and booked that same venue, sold out 500 tickets.
No, Allie Pierce did 500 seats, eh?
She did
That's
500
impressive.
seats.
She's hilarious.
So
She's hilarious. I love that.
she's
That's great. Good for her.
Yeah, and like she
Good for her.
writes
That's
for
sick, man.
Letterkenny now. I think her
Yeah,
and
she
Olivia
writes for
write for
Letterkenny.
Letterkenny. So
Wow,
like
she sold 500. That's amazing.
yeah, and like this is what I'm trying to say is that like if you feel as though you have to like disrespect people because they're in your space because you want to show that you're better,
Yeah.
once again you're not on that righteous path. Because and once again, I never speak like this outside of this conversation, and I really appreciate that I can just be me. But
Speak on righteousness, brother. Speak on right. This
like,
is an open community.
like I just think that like whoever is in power has provided us the opportunity and provided us with plenty. And so if you want it, you can go and get it, but you just need to go and get it and work hard at it. And you're not always going to succeed.
Yeah.
But you're not always going to fail either. And that's like the same point that I made with the dating thing. Like I was getting 14 dates a week, but I was getting rejected like maybe 200 times a week. Like, you know, when you message someone on Hinge,
Yeah.
I probably messaged 200-300 people before I'd get the 14, right? So it's like I'm getting a lot of rejections, but I'm not failing 100% of the time.
Yeah. Did you lay it out? Because you're an accountant, right? Did you do an accounting on your dating? Sounds like you did the accounting on it. Sounds like you did like I was getting 200 matches, 14 dates per week, 7 came through, banged 4 I'm banging 4 per week. You just like do the number. You're like, that's my sales funnel.
It was, you know, when I realized it was a numbers game, it was kind of just like hit me because it's like, you know what, these like the girls on these dating apps, they're getting so many messages from guys, and I never really thought from their perspective. So I'm like, okay, it's just a numbers game. They're not turning me down. They're turning my profile down. They're turning my approach down. And so I'll just try to be as much as me as I can. And if they see it, they see it. But if they don't see it, that's okay too. They're still good people. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If the stars align, the stars align. And
hey man, if we had that many options, we might not message us either. You know, I mean,
well,
honestly,
that's exactly
like,
it. But the other thing is,
I've seen the numbers on it, and it looks like I've been hearing that girls are just fucking the top 5% guys, and it's like, of course, why would they not fuck the hottest guy? Like, I mean, that's what we would do.
Well, and like, yeah, especially when you're getting like when you have access to the top 5%. The only thing that I would say is that when I started getting a lot of matches, because you knew me when I was 300 pounds, and I've lost quite a bit of weight, right?
And you were 300.
Yeah, I was 300. You don't remember the triple chin?
I know, but I didn't know the official numbers. 300 pounds, 6 foot. How tall are you? You're 6 foot.
6'2". So 1.5. 6 foot 1.5.
That's sexy.
Don't say
Okay,
6'2". And so the one thing that I noticed is that your behavior changes as well. When you start getting a lot of matches, like as a guy, you go from having none to a lot, your behavior starts changing too. You start looking at the opposite sex as though it's like almost like a commodity. Yeah. And you really have to recognize that and pull yourself back. And so when I met my wife, I laid it out to her. I just said, look, I haven't been good on these apps, and this is kind of what I'm doing. But if you want a long-term relationship, I see a lot of opportunity with the two of us. And I want to start with like focusing on you being my wife, and I want to go into this relationship that way. And obviously we never got married right then and there. Like we still dated, but
yeah,
like I felt like that's like a really righteous way, a really like honorable way to approach a relationship, even, you know? And so like even with the dating,
help it. You know? Gustavo Torres says, "Simp, have respect, Gustavo." Have respect. No, I love it. I love it. You're just like,
it's not a simp if you're getting laid with the girl anyways, right? It's just you're choosing to treat her
I have kids now.
in
Simp.
exceptional manner. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
man,
manosphere community has really popularized the simp word, but like
I know, right?
I think people need to come and popularize the fact that it's okay to treat women with respect, especially, the ones that you're dating, and so
Solo says certified pipe layer. Yeah, man, dude. I find people that are the guys that are angry about girls are like, in my head, I'm like, you can't be getting laid. How could you get laid and be
yeah.
mad about women? Like you would.
I think that might
It
be
just
the
releases.
anger, right?
Yeah, that's the
Well,
anger. Yeah.
think about it in the comedy community, right? I would actually get a lot of heat from people when they would see me in the car that I was in. Like,
Yeah.
when I'd show up to the shows, I drive the car. Like, I just like driving my cars. And people would get mad at me because they like hate capitalism. We saw a lot of that in the comedy community too, right? Like, oh, I don't like rich people. It's like, well, do you not like rich people because you have like you feel as though there's something ethically wrong with them, or do you not like rich people because you're not rich? Do you see what I'm saying there?
Yeah. Don't you want to get rich? No, you could be rich and righteous.
But like,
You can be rich and righteous.
and you can be righteous and not rich, and yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
It's almost like non-connected, but people do.
Yeah,
do,
it's
people do that.
not.
People are being. Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. Like people are being haters on that. Where they
Yeah.
just get mad at people for being rich. It's like, listen, man, I'm a Patel. What do you want?
But it goes to your point about like those people who like hate on women. They're just not getting them. But I would say that like maybe start with you, and like I won't mention the name, but sometimes there's a guy online who's very popular, and he says like just start with you, and he uses this example of like just make your bed first, right? Like fix your life. And when I first started dating, one of the things I did was I started seeing a therapist every day because I was coming off of a long-term relationship, right? And so I just started seeing a therapist right away. I didn't think anything was wrong with me, but it's like, well, what if there is, right? Let's find out. And then I also started seeing a trainer because I didn't think I was overweight, but then boy, oh boy, did I start feeling better when the weight started coming down. It's like, oh, this is where I really
You didn't think so, eh?
I didn't think so because like when you're a bigger build,
you just get away. You can just lie to yourself, eh? You're like, yeah, that's fine.
But then the other thing is like there was this whole body positivity thing. So
the body positivity. I knew you were gonna say it. The body positivity people got you. Have you seen the women who were like, you can eat donuts? Or it's like someone's about to eat a donut, like, don't eat that. It's a donut. It's like, yeah, you're right. Wait a minute. That's oppression to say that donuts make you fat.
I was the way I justified it is like, look, I'm working 16-hour days or 14-hour days because I was like, when you knew me, I was still at the investment bank, right? What a lot of comics didn't realize is I was doing the 14-hour days and then coming to the shows after. Like it was always
incredible, dude.
Yeah. And then or sometimes I would leave work, get to the show, do the show, and then go back to work. So the night that I did your show, I actually went back to work that night, believe it or not. And so and your show does not early, like it's 8:00. Then I'm going back to work, staying at work.
Wow, dude, you work, eh?
Well, I used to. No, now that I'm in corporate, so I'm working less.
That's why you're getting all this pussy on because it is work. Like you gotta put your time into it. I just never do it. I've always been like a real life kind of like meet people in real life kind of guy, but the apps are just too good. Like for the first time, someone opened my eyes to like, if you put an effort in, like that's all you need. But until now, I've always just told myself like, no, I got to meet people in real life because the apps, like they just don't work.
And like, you know what, the thing about meeting people in real life, it's so much fun. Like the thrill of like walking up to someone and just saying, hey, listen, I think you're cute. Would you like to hang out sometime? And like, you get that number. It's the best feeling in the world, And so
you pick up in real life, people will fuck you right away too, because they almost respect you. They're like, you know what? You fucking rolled up on me. Fucking God is great, dude. You came up and you said it, and that's it, dude. People love you for that.
The only problem with trying to pick up people in real life is, the environment is a little bit different now, right? And so just have
what you think people get canceled for picking. I feel like girls are always excited to get hollered at.
Well, they
like,
are.
You're not a douche about it.
They
like,
are
you're not a dick about
but
it.
In some situations, somebody could like say something, right? And then especially if you do it within your own community, like if you do it in the stand-up community, for example.
Oh, yeah, no, never at work. I'd say never at work.
Yeah,
and I feel like real life is good. Hard. But like if you go to a bar, you're allowed to pick up.
Oh yeah. You
and
are
on the street. I have an attitude of like, hey man, I chat. I'm a chatty guy, and I don't go up being like, hey, you're hot. Like I always just do it. I try to think of a joke. And then if I get them laughing, then I'm good. That's
Yeah,
my
well,
thing.
that's
It's like if they're
that's
like,
the
but then I
that's
can do
the
that in
armor
lineups.
for comics, right? That's the reason why our comics pick up so much because humor is linked to
Yeah.
a higher level of intellect, right? Like,
Do they
but
though? Do
also,
they?
oh
I feel like
yeah,
a lot
oh
of
yeah.
comics are pretty broke ass. Like they're not getting laid like I would expect. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah, that is true as well. Like I could name a ton of comics that are just not.
They're
But
a little
part of
incelly. There's like an incelliness in there in the scene, even where they're like mad
yeah.
about women, or there's some of that. But yeah, no, I don't know. Some do,
You're
some do.
right. But
Yeah,
I mean, it's not just being funny that is like it's a part of the overall picture, right? Like you have to be funny, you have to sort of be like well adjusted, all that stuff, right? You
yeah,
can't.
yeah,
But also the other thing about comedy, and I don't think a lot of comics talk about this, it's an inherently selfish profession, right? Because
yeah.
we are working when everyone else is off, and so think about all the comics that who've gone through divorces, right? Or who've gone through breakups. And, you end up seeing like comics dating comics because they're the only ones that could like date each other. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
so
And so,
that no, I never do that. I hate that.
no, I never did that.
I don't. Yeah, no. I guess I have hooked up, but like I don't know. I try not to.
Well, the other thing is like,
I try not
where
to try. I like if they want to do it, then I'm down.
you ever get an audience member to come up to you after a show? That happened
yeah,
all
dude.
the time. Yeah, right.
I remember when I was doing comedy kapow, I started like this girl came up to me after the show because I was doing the karaoke that time. Oh no, I just hosting that time and then I did karaoke, and this girl was like so like just at 11, we started making out, and then there's another comic there. And he got mad and he was like, I can't take it anymore. And he stomped out and then he called the club to complain about me.
What a loser.
I
Like
know,
seriously,
right?
that's a loser.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, what? You were all trying to bang her.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah.
It's
Like
so weird. I know. I can't believe he did that. And the owners were like, hey man, if it was consensual, like we're not gonna.
Yeah, like what would the owners of
fuck.
Kapow say, right?
That's
And
it.
so-
That's literally it. But I gotta get on a plane to Panama tomorrow morning. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Hey, appreciate you. Yo, you want to plug your channel real quick? Just tell
Yeah,
me.
it's
Need
just
more money.
yeah, it's a very professional finance channel on investing. It's called More Money. If you guys are interested in just learning how to sort of like model companies out, think about long term, it's a great channel for you. But like I always say, for 95% of people, don't pick individual securities. Go to like just buy an index fund, talk to an investment advisor. My channel is really just for like the 5% that have the money and ability to pick stocks. So just be careful.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming, dude. And listen, obviously, you guys know Tamor is righteous. More money. Check out the channel. Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for coming. Peace.
Thank you.
All right, and that's our show, people. We got all the links are in the comments. All the links that I talked about throughout the show. Thanks everyone for coming. Appreciate it. Let me just read a couple of things and I'm gonna get out of here. Mr. Chess was going on some Andrew Tate shit. Listen, when I'm in Panama, we'll do an Andrew Tate. You know what? Let's do an Andrew Tate. We'll discuss it. And let's see if this 200 goes down to like, even if we end up with 150, God is great. Hit the like. Let the community know that this show rips and you love it and you love coming. Great episode. Great show today. Yiling Pang, thank you for coming. Great show, Patel. Thank you. Mr. Chess. So we will convert the Panamanians to the true religion. If that's the religion of loving kindness, Mr. Chess, by the way, y'all can sign up for that in the comment section below. Man, I remember since I was 15, people have been trying to convert me to their religions. Everyone wants a piece of my ass in there for God. Everyone's trying to get me a piece of my ass for God. But because they knew I had a high level of vibration and I had a powerful spirit. But what they didn't understand is that I was going to teach. I was going to go to the highest teaching, loving kindness, and teach that one. So I hope that made sense. That whole thing I did, even about Logan Paul and his level of righteousness. I hope it made sense. But if not, let me know. Message me on Instagram. Yo, the Instagram link is there. The next couple of shows I have coming up are with that vandedk.com/shows. I'm producing shows with him now. We are going in business together. It's his company more. It's his company, but I am helping him with some stuff and then producing some shows with him. And yo, more money. Yo, what is this? $5 for more money. Thanks for coming, dude. Love you, man. Thank you for having me on. Appreciate you, buddy. That was great. That was so good to talk about Toronto comics too. No, I gotta get in the game. I gotta get in the stand-up, game, and then start showing clips here and all that stuff. But Also, John Paul Pantoja wanted me to let you guys know that he's not going to be co-hosting the show, but he is editing the clips. So if you guys are liking the clips on the channel, that is the work of John Paul Pantoja. I think I'm pronouncing that right. This is the sign up for my love congregation. These are Sundays at 9 p.m. This week, I'm in Panama. I'm going to try to do my best. But I open with jokes, and then I do a guided meditation, and we go on a journey into the heart. It's a psychedelic journey to infinity and back. We go into the heart. We talk to God. God is great. And yeah, you can sign up right here. You should get an email right away. If you don't get it, check your spam or message me on Instagram. I'm at Fade to Brown. What a banger post. Look how sexy this poster is. It's a beautiful poster. Yeah, that's our show. Thanks for coming, everyone. Have a good night. Peace. Dild Swaggin. Thanks. That was fun. Dild Swaggins. Justin Consciousness Gwyn. You rock, Amish. Safe travels. Have fun. Ja speed. Ja speed. Ja bless. God is great, brother. Ja bless. Join the love and kindness meditation, people. It's great. CB Applejack. He has attended. He has attended the congregation. Mr. Chess, Gustavo Torres, Solo, Adam Sud, Johnny, Sean Scott. It's Tension. Interesting name. I like that. No, this is great. I appreciate all you guys. Inside Person 18279. Okay. Says John Anthony Lifestyle. Nathan 99. God is great. Solo. Wow, there's so much here. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any of the super chats. Adam Sud, $10. You are loved, brother. Thank you. Filter. No, that's that. There's this other one that was here. Yo, next time we got to talk about Andrew Tate. Listen, we'll do a full Andrew Tate episode from Panama as well. Oh, this is another one. Yashar. How can we access recordings of Loving Kindness Meditation? Wasn't able to make Zoom meetups. Oh, so Yashar, you already tried to attend. You weren't able to make it. Yes, like I said, if you join the email congregation, you will get the Zoom link. Sundays, 9 p.m. We go on a journey into the heart. Kieran, Beatty, thanks for coming. Yeah, that's everyone. I mean, that's not all the super chats. Gamer with opinions, $5. You are loved. Whoa, Small Pinito. Guruji, please come to a comedy show in San Diego. $2. Sal Pinito. Saul. I knew I missed a super chat. Saul Pinito. Saul, how did I miss good old Saul? Ah, God. CB Applejack, 59, $5. I think I already read that one. Thanks for coming, dude. And you already came on the show. You are loved, brother. Gavia DJ, $5. Yeah, we already read that. Bill, $2. Amish, you are awesome. I don't think I read that one. God damn it. Got to stay on top of these super chats. This one we read. Sorry, won't be reading it again. That's it. But yeah, we had a lot of great super chats today. Really appreciate you guys. You are loved. That's the end of the episode. Peace.